What is your playbook to beat the market by around 50% for your fourth straight year? Do you think there's going to be some sector rotation and, maybe things that didn't work this year might work next year? What's the 2025 George Kalis playbook?
I mean, I don't like to look that far into the future, but my playbook is pretty much the same every year, right? But how that playbook plays out is very different. Like I looked yesterday. I was on an X space, so some people might have heard this already, but I'll do a bit of a different version of it. In this bull year, we actually had 100 more shorts than longs this year, and that's because what we're always trying to do is we're trying to get the big gainer longs that are looking very good in our signals, and we're more patient with them. And then there's shorts that a lot of the times we're just cycling out of quickly if they don't pay off, right? And that's how we can have such great returns, because we're generally over covering our own asses with shorts on the downside part. And then we're being patient with the ideas that we really believe in and kind of waiting for them to take off. And a lot of the time they do. So I think there's that, but then there's kind of like the macro interjection on top. And, I think we'll continue to look big tech, but like probably stay away from chips. I think we'll continue to look at like Trump friendly stocks like Coin and Tesla. I would love to buy a dip on Palantir, but yeah, I haven't seen it high on the momentum score, but that's another one that's like a Trump trade stock that I haven't quite gotten in on yet. But yeah, and then other than that, we'll just be, very open looking for our shorts, like a lot of the same names. And then, we'll always be on the hunt for like next year's AppLovin, right? And now we've even like that, we used to stumble upon those a little bit more, but now we're a little more focused, and we realize that, it's kind of when things are really good in our signals, when they're about like less than 50 billion market cap, that's an extra kind of signal that says like, oh, if it's ranking that high in our bull screener in the newsletter at that kind of market cap, this might be the next big thing. So we'll definitely be on the hunt for that now that we've like crystallized it even more. And that's the big thing about what we do, like find new processes, improve on our existing ones, and just like collect and improve.
And something I've been meaning to ask you on the stream, is it almost a self-fulfilling prophecy when you see a stock like that with, say, 100 upside and 100 net option sentiment? Because the positions are so bullish, does that kind of almost lead to the stock going higher, just the way people investing it are positioned, unless barring like a news event or something kind of breaks the theory? But people are already positioned so bullishly for the stock to go up. Like, how could it not essentially, unless something new comes to the story of the stock?
I mean, so to get 100 net option sentiment, obviously, like in the short term options markets, institutions have to be overwhelmingly betting more for than against, right? And then to get 100 upside breakout, we're looking at the long-term options markets on the call demand side, right? And doing better in the long-term options markets on the call demand side than the other stock. Then you're layering in analysts having their price targets above where you're trading and things like, buy, hold, sell recommendation ratios. And then there's price momentum factor. So the market is proving out on the momentum side that things are going well for you. So yeah, like whenever you get all of those things together, adding up 100, we've only seen it with Coinbase and Meta. Hopefully we see another stock that makes it that easy for us again, because yeah, that's been a signal that whenever we see it, we're, stock is either already in a huge run and prepared to go a lot more, or getting ready to go on a huge run.